Good morning, everyone. In this video, I want to address what happened in front of the Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C., because I really didn't pay attention to it the other day. Many people were sending me pictures of a person who lit himself on fire, and I couldn't identify the uniform, so I didn't know if it was actually someone from the U.S. military doing it or some person who just put on hunting gear and just protested what was going on in Gaza. I didn't know. So I kind of brushed it aside, to be honest with you. And frankly, I've been so busy with other things, I didn't give the attention that this deserved. But this morning, and I mean early morning because I was up doing stuff, my friend Maram called me all the way from Moscow. He said, Lucas, did you watch the video? I said, actually, no, I didn't watch the video. I have all these people sending me a picture of this man who lit himself on fire. Is this legit? Is this actually someone who's a guest? This person was in the U.S. Air Force. I said, wow, he really, okay. She's like, watch the video. In fact, she goes, watch the video while you're on the phone with me. I said, all right, I'll watch the video. And I did. 3 minutes long or so, and I pressed play, and I sat there and watched it while she listened. And basically, this man says, what I'm about to do is an extreme form of protest. Now, we've seen this before when it comes to monks in the East who light themselves on fire to protest war in those regions. And so this American airman decides to do the same thing. He says, I'm going to engage in an extreme form of protest. And what's about to happen to me, he says, is nothing compared to what's happening to those people in Gaza. And this is what our leaders have made normal. And by leaders, he means traitors and scum, because that's what these people are. And so he puts the camera down, as you all saw, and he lights himself on fire after dousing himself with gasoline. And the people who saw that in person didn't know what to do. One guy pulled out his gun, another person said, get the fire extinguisher, put him out. But the most shocking part is that while he was on fire, you would think he would just run around screaming, ah! No. He maintained the message, free Palestine, while he's on fire, free Palestine, free Palestine. And then eventually he couldn't do it anymore and he collapsed. Very clear why he did it. But the reaction to this is almost as shocking as what happened to him. As expected, and to no surprise to me, Jewish supremacists and Zionists mocked him, saying, oh, all the Hamas supporters should try this out. Others saying, well, he's a Hamas supporter, mass rape supporter, so on and so forth. One person, Laura Loomer, fuck him. He's mentally ill. Fuck him. Fuck him, huh? He didn't do that for Hamas. And they all know he didn't do it for Hamas. That man took his life to send a message to the world on behalf of the men, women, and children who are being mass murdered by the Israeli offensive force. Because Israel is not defending itself. Israel's been on the offense for 75 years. And he doesn't want our tax dollars going to this offensive that kills tens of thousands of men, women, and children. Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you that the death toll of children alone is over 13,000. That's equivalent to 4 9/11s of children paid by your tax dollars. That's why this man did it. And combined, the death toll is 30,000 plus, which is equivalent to 10 9/11s. That's why this man did it. He did it for the people of Gaza, not Hamas. He didn't do it for the people who flew over the wall. He did it for the people who are being crushed under the rubble. That's why he did it. And these American Jewish Zionists and traitors are mad because he didn't die for Israel. If Aaron Bushnell lit himself on fire and said, "Free the hostages! Free the hostages! Free the hostages!" they would build a shrine to him in the middle of Tel Aviv. Hollywood already would be working on a script for a new movie to honor him. But because he died for the people of Gaza, they hate him for it. Because we Americans, we're supposed to die for Israel, no other country. So they have to mock him, just like they mock dead children. There's a Telegram channel with over 126,000 Israelis and Jewish supremacists that mock dead people all day. Babies even. I saw one that said when a little girl was dead, one less settler, one less terrorist. And that's what they're doing with him. Why is our greatest ally mocking this person, right? Our greatest ally, Israel. What do we even get supporting Israel? Can you name one thing that we as Americans get for supporting Israel? Nothing. Just empty platitudes. He died to send a message to the world that what's happening in Gaza is unacceptable. It is a genocide. And all these American Jewish Zionists and Zionists around the world are mad for taking his life for those people. That's why they're mad. And they mock him like every other victim that the Israelis have murdered in that genocide that's going on. Sponsored by our tax dollars. Promoted by our leaders. All of whom are traitors. Ladies and gentlemen, every day, 22 veterans take their lives. I don't know if Aaron intended to kill himself or not. Perhaps he just wanted to get severely burned and survive. I don't know. But he's dead now. He died to send a message to the world. And we're not going to let him die in vain, ladies and gentlemen. We are not going to let him die in vain. You know, ever since October 7th, a lot of people have been taking their masks off. A lot of people saying crazy shit. Even Kid Rock the other day. What he said on Joe Rogan was absolutely insane. So it's not the Aaron Bushnells of the world who are crazy. It's the Laura Loomers, the Kid Rocks, the Ben Shapiros, everyone who supports Israel. And what they're doing in Gaza. They're the lunatics. They're the ones who are insane. They're the ones who are traitors. Because America gains nothing supporting Israel. We lose everything. Not only do we lose our troops, we lose respect. And we lose our resources. And that's what Aaron took his life to remind you of. That our unbreakable bond with Israel should be broken. For not just the sake of the people in Palestine, but also for Americans. And I agree with him. And it's sad to see that he took his life. But he's no coward or traitor or terrorist supporter. No. He's none of those things. He's a hero for standing up for the innocent people in Gaza. He gave his life for the greater good, for a higher cause. And he will not be mocked by the scum and the snakes who lurk among us, pretending to be patriots of this country, when in fact, they're only shills for Israel.